Okay, like I was saying, instead of just walking out with her title, no. She walks up to the other side of the ring by the ramp, walks up the steel steps, stands right in front of Flair, and holds the title up.
Yep.
In a complete, like, that's whenever the moment she really turned heel.
Yep.
She was rubbing it in her face.
Yep.
And then, your dad actually said that.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, that's it. Rub it in her face, girl. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then, because I kind of missed it, Dad and I were talking. Then there's the microphone moment on SmackDown. This probably is going to be infamous because this was like the second ever episode on Fox for SmackDown.
And I'm so enamored with Bayley anyway. I was glued to the screen. My ears were tuning you guys out.
Mm-hmm.
I think they honestly censored the first part of it.
Yeah.
In which I'm pretty sure she honestly actually said, "Fuck you bitches." But it came back, "You bitches."
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd was all in shock. She goes, "Yeah, I said it. Screw all of you."
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the show went off.
They
ended it right there.
Yep. Perfect heel turn, everything like that. And like I said, watching this at my dad's house, like, it's very important how they follow this up.
Yeah.
They've started a heel turn with her before and then pulled back the curtain because they were worried about hurting the Make-A-Wish Foundation kids and everything like that. But a Bayley heel turn is as important as Hollywood Hulk Hogan's was. It just is.
Or another infamous heel turn that turned out to be, well, the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
When he debuted as Rocky Maivia, everyone hated him.
Yep.
The moment he came back as The Rock.
Yep.
Boom. Instant starter.
Yep. And I honestly think it's going to stick this time because SmackDown and Fox have The Rock around for a few weeks.
Yep.
And everything like that. I think The Rock is the one making this happen for Bayley. I think The Rock is the one like, listen, she's a sweet kid, but, she's got to have something to come back to like that, like just let her go heel.
And with her changing her hairstyle and destroying the inflatable Hugga Buddies, I think it is going to stick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they're the average 6-year-old girl that loved her Thursday is probably tearing the poster down off of the wall tonight. And that's what you want from a heel turn. It just is.
Yep.
It just is. Oh, man.
Not nearly as shocking as Shawn Michaels super kicking Marty Jannetty.
Yep.
But right up there, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Even though we both kind of saw it coming and I was hoping for it, but it was still awesome.
When I saw her reaction, I said it at the time on the pay-per-view, I was like, oh, maybe this Bayley heel turn thing isn't a rumor. All right. Because there's a person that I used to work with, we won't give any of the last names here, but his name is Michael. You know who I'm talking about. And his family has some wrestling connections, and he told me 2 years ago that the Bayley heel turn was going to happen. They just keep
postponing it.
Yeah. But, yeah. All right.
Okay, with my love session over with and out the way for now, we have to talk about the final match of Hell in a Cell.
Okay. Back to Hell in a Cell, all right?
It's the first time you ever saw this new persona. Dude.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt. Your reaction?
Okay. That first entrance, for me, that was the first time I saw The Fiend Bray Wyatt, and I loved the old entrance. Show me the fireflies. And when he gets to the ring, like usual, with the lamp and everything, and the camera stays on the lamp, and then it goes off camera, and then it took me a minute to see what the hell actually happened. Because it's like it's Bray's face on the lantern.
Yeah.
And then they pan back up and they show the Fiend. And I'm like, it's like they poured acid on a mannequin of Jeff Hardy.
I love that new mask. It is just awesome.
It is awesome looking. It's like they took a Jeff Hardy mask and melted it. It was my first reaction. Yeah. But as more of the personality of this new twist to Bray Wyatt started showing itself, like the psychology of it and everything, it was brilliant storytelling. My one issue is that this character, the Fiend, apparently has to wrestle in red light.
Personally, I think they only did that for Hell in a Cell.
All right.
Because if you remember, way back, I think this was like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, Bray Wyatt faced off against Randy Orton.
Yeah, I remember
that. It kept showing overhead shots of the lights going off and coming back and showing different images of weird, gross stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was more psychological like that. Like they were trying to make it look like they were actually in hell.
Yeah. Yeah. I get what they were trying to do. It's just, I couldn't really focus up enough to follow the action in the ring because I was too busy trying to take my damn glasses off and see, because the red was messing with my eyes. That was my issue with the match. But from the reaction of the crowd itself, like, if booze is what they was going for, then, but you want to handle the conclusion of this match?
Okay. To summarize the match, nothing Seth Rollins did anything. I mean, he ended up hitting them with what? At least 10 curb stomps? Plus a pedigree?
It was 11, but one of them didn't quite land right, so he had to do it again immediately.
Yeah. And every time he went for a pin, it's like curb stomp, pin, which is the way he took out Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. 3
curb stomps in a row, immediate pin, beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Well, Bray Wyatt kicked out in 1 freaking count.
Yeah.
Then he got back up, more curb stomps.
Yeah.
Tried it again. Boom, immediate kick out.
And I love
more curb stomps. Then finally he got a 2 count.
Yeah.
So Rollins started grabbing all sorts of weapons and started beating the crap out of them.
Oh, yeah.
till finally he had a steel chair on his face, a ladder on top of that. Then he grabbed it was a toolbox, a steel toolbox full of tools. Started beating them with that on top of the ladder, through the chair and all that. And, well, he just, instead of trying to pin him, he just kept backing off and staring at him like he was scared out of his mind. And finally he came out. He got back under the ring with a sledgehammer and went to hit him with it, and the ref stopped him. No, you don't want to do this. You don't want to go here.
Oh, yeah.
Finally kind of backed off and kind of thought about it for a minute. Then he just went ahead and did it.
Yeah.
Slam. Still, the sledgehammer onto the box, onto the, and they immediately stopped the match.
Yeah. Yeah,
Brought the lights up, took up the cage, and they brought out paramedics and all this, trying to put Bray Wyatt on it, saying, oh my God, his face is crushed and all this and that. And then Bray Wyatt just did like an Undertaker.
Yep.
Sat up, put the mandible claw on Seth Rollins, and just choked him out.
Yep.
Picked him up, threw him out of the ring. The light started flickering and going dark as he applied the mandible claw again, and you saw blood spurting out of Seth Rollins' mouth and him gurgling and stuff, and that's the way the pay-per-view ended.
Yep.
You can overhear the crowd just booing.
Yeah. Well, it was booing. They were booing throughout the whole thing. Like when stuff was.
But the end was kind of deafening.
Yeah.
It just rose and rose and rose, and yeah.
And it's like, if booze is what you're going for, okay, but it's like I don't know if people were just trolling or what. I don't know quite what happened. I don't know if there was like a pre-show event. I would have to check the dirt sheets and see if like Bray Wyatt like killed a puppy today or something,
Yeah.
or whatever. But since we're talking about the end of that match, you have to talk about, and I only have a passing knowledge of this because we didn't catch the beginning of SmackDown tonight because we were watching the pay-per-view.
And we came in like an hour late.
Yeah. So in the earlier tonight thing, they showed Bray going after Seth Rollins. Like in a classic old school Kane kind of way, coming out through.
That's right, through the mat.
Yeah.
Came out from under the mat and pulled him under, which gave Rollins the disqualification victory for the first round pick of the new draft thingy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't he facing off against Reigns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was blood again tonight.
Yeah.
With that thing. But this will probably go ahead and wrap this up here. You got any final thoughts or anything?
Other than more I Heart Bailey?
Yeah. But, unabashedly, we like the women's division in WWE more than the men's right now. And I can't explain it any other way other than this. It's basically because the women understand, like, there's a passion there. I'm not saying the men don't have passion, but, like, men are showing up to do a job and the women are living it. I don't know how else to...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, my final thought is this. I have been waiting ever since her debut in NXT to see, air quotes here, Evil Bailey. Please let this go on and be an actual persona.
Oh, yeah.
Don't just pull back again. Let this ride out.
Yeah. Yeah. For real. Because, like, it needs to be, and I mean, if somewhere along this journey she gets some Bray Wyatt type powers, I'd be okay with that too. Charles Xavier, Nerve of the Phone 1, Drip Rock 574, John. Thank you for listening to the inaugural edition of Legion Nosebleeds, a wrestling podcast. Stay safe, everyone.
Hopefully we'll be back with more next week.
Right.